Hello and welcome to Critical Questions, and I thought I screwed up the video again. The antidote to lockdown boredom. I've trawled the internet for the best, worst, most interesting and ridiculous dumb questions I can find. And with any luck, my guests will be able to answer all of them. We have got a very special treat for you today.
Oh, you smart bastard. Sorry to interrupt. Dave, answer the question. Not Dave answered the question. Yes.
No idea what you're talking about.
He put it in past tense like he already did it. He got you, MathPig.
Yes, we have a very special
I
treat.
didn't even notice.
We are not going to sing happy birthday to Brian, even though it's his birthday. And that's your treat. But we are going to wish him a very happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Could we
to you.
Is there any way we could zoom in on the spider on the back of you or behind you
No.
there? Because Dave likes
I've got
that.
no problem with fake spiders. It's weird. No problem
I got
whatsoever.
a real one back here too, Dave.
No, that's okay. That one can stay.
Did you find the stag
Yes.
beetle last night?
No, I didn't. I'm kind of worried about him, but they don't come out every night, just when the temperature's right. So hopefully it'll turn up. People act like I should be worried about being in the house. I'm not worried about us. It's basically harmless. I'm worried about him.
Yeah, I assume everyone in the house is used to bugs just wandering around.
Yeah, they'll just yell at me
Probably.
if they see it. Dad.
Right. Today we have got with us B, hidden off camera.
It's popped up like a meerkat then.
I know, the grid. We got Granny. We got MathPig.
Oink, oink.
We got Jeff.
Oi, oi.
And we've got Brian. Right, and given that
Birthday boy.
he's normally only in the chat, and he's just starting out, and he's already put out better videos than anything I've ever done.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Make sure you subscribe to him.
Do subscribe to this man, please.
His link will be in the description later, but someone will now run off and put the description in the chat, won't they, MathPig?
I'm going now for fucking a second.
Someone will, right, MathPig?
Huh?
Did someone will, right, MathPig?
Yeah.
You better remember.
It's alright, I get the abuse on his when he's live. Right. So, it's Tuesday, it's not Monday, so it's worth celebrating.
Yay.
We've made it through Monday and lived.
Right.
Right.
We can shout out to Manda as well and wish her best.
How is she
Yeah,
doing?
well,
Yes.
soon,
Still-
Manda.
But right now she's beside me here in another hangout, completely passed out.
Is she,
Well,
is-
that's
and-
good to sleep. But
Are you
yeah.
muted, or can we scream?
Oh no, you're completely muted. She can't hear you.
That's a shame.
But, yeah. She's getting there. She has no voice, but she's getting there.
Excellent.
Don't you dare wake her up, Dave.
I've just been toying with something for her.
No pun
Right.
intended.
Yes. Right, on that note, our first question today. Question 963. If you could improve the world by eradicating one genre of music, what would it be and why country music?
It can't be country music because you'd lose
Rap.
certain decent people. That's my confliction. If we get rid of country music altogether, we'll lose maybe 2 or 3 good artists.
Like from this point forward.
I'll have you know. I have you know that one of your best friends likes country music,
I have friends.
but only some of it.
I'll have you know I didn't write this question.
Are we
Dang.
losing future country artists, or are we losing like Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson and stuff? That's
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
exactly.
Johnny Cash,
Yeah.
too twangy.
Teach their own.
You cannot get rid of Johnny Cash.
Let's get rid of mumble rap instead.
Mumble rap.
Crazy Euro
But
pop
actually-
dance music.
No!
Everything that will be on Eurovision.
Yeah,
Crazy Europop is awesome.
That mumble and
Well-
gangster rap shit.
I might with the Eurovision stuff. I might make a possible exception for Lordy, but that's about it.
See, it's not Euro. I like Euro dance rather than Euro pop.
Sarah says Christian metal, and I can't disagree with that.
Any music that's got Christian at the start of it. I do like some of the voice choral stuff.
Sarah, get rid of Striper. Well, I'd never.
Seraphim says she likes country music. Nerdy says thrash metal.
Nerdy, you're wrong.
I could agree with that too.
I
The
love
reason-
That shit where they just scream into the mic, you don't understand them. What's the point?
I know some of them can really play though.
One at a time.
Some of them can really play instruments though, but I completely agree with B. You know, you'd be listening to an intro of a song and you're like, this is going to be great, this is fantastic. And then screaming ensues and you're like, yep, ruined it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Jeff feels like
I've actually had that happen to me
being
on
persecuted here.
a few songs.
Yeah, I'm not sure you guys actually. Well, I suppose some thrash metal singers do use guttural vocals, so that's more of a death metal kind of thing.
Or black metal.
Or
See,
black
I have
metal,
no
which
clue
I
what the difference is between most
fucking
metals.
I know Sammy's in the chat talking about Danny Filth. I can understand Danny Filth quite well.
I actually do think Cradle of Filth are a pretty crap black metal band, but that's just me. I'm not a fan of them. What would my genre be though if I could get rid of it? It would probably be pop, to be honest. It just.
See, Sammy says Christian pop and rock, all of it. Are the JWs subjected to much music? That's not. You know what I mean?
Don't know. Never been one.
Never. Morton says basically any artist that escaped Canada. Oh, I like a couple of Canadian artists. Not that I'm going to admit to it because I'll get this taken out of me.
I see. I don't necessarily have a genre I'd like to get rid of. There's certain bands, obviously, like Insane Clown Posse. You know.
To clarify,
they were good for like. I appreciated them
on
first.
Right?
Say again, Brian.
Just to clarify, Dave just said he likes Celine Dion. Is what
I do like Celine Dion.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I thought you were going with Bryan Adams there.
I like Bryan Adams too.
They're the same guy.
You mean it's the same girl?
Who knows?
Right. Right.
I liked Celine Dion before it was cool to like Celine Dion, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, it's easy to like Celine Dion before she was cool because she's never been cool.
So, you guys could let Granny answer because she hasn't said a word in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I tried a couple times.
Respect, boys.
You cried. Yeah.
Yeah. My answer to why country music is because satin on a swing, just a swinging. I rest my case.
See, I like the newer stuff that's more mixed with rock. The old twangy stuff, I hate it.
Yeah.
I think the newer stuff is just pop music with southern accents, though, isn't it? And maybe an acoustic guitar.
No.
Like Bryan Adams and stuff like that. It doesn't sound like that's not country music. When I think of country music, that's just it comes across to me like pop music with the southern style.
See, the worst thing is I do like some country.
No,
music.
country. Yeah, the newer country music is more like it's almost to the point of rock. It's got more of a good beat to it, more like heavier music, not so twangy, not so old fiddle crap. But it still has that the content to it, where that like pop music is about I want to be rich and have big boobs and no, country doesn't do that. Thank God. Thank the lack of God.
I actually very rarely listen to music, and Chris Attlee made a video of Americans reacting to Aussie music, And when you watch that, you will see why I don't listen to music. And that's all I'm going to give you because I don't want to ruin his video.
Couldn't survive without music, but
No.
no.
It makes life better. Or worse. Jenny says, but I do want to be rich and have big boobs.
I just told her she had one of those down pat.
I can't really diss Aussie music, so I just realised I'm wearing a T-shirt from an Aussie band.
Jefferson says country music with auto-tune is actually the worst. Santi says black metal. So what particular genre of metal do you like, Jeff?
The one Santi just said, actually, black metal. That's my absolute favourite.
And how do you distinguish black metal from the other metals?
Black metal is... It's a bit more melodic than sort of like thrash and stuff like that, but it's a bit difficult to describe it in some respects. But it is a bit. It's a lot of it's to do with the themes as well that sung about. It's some of it is quite dark.
The difference is burning churches, I think.
Yeah, we had those ones in the Norway in the early 90s, the church, but I mean, no, they're all fucking idiots. I mean, some of them with some good bands, but fucking idiots, a lot of them.
It's more melodic and gothic, apparently. Syrup says, my favourite metal is platinum. I missed the thing there. Santi says, I'll get rid of Britpop. What's wrong with some Britpop is awesome.
You know what else is awesome? K-pop fans.
Oh, there was someone earlier that I managed to miss that said they wanted to get rid of K-pop.
I don't care about the music, but the fans are fantastic. I love them. Do you know what they did?
What?
They bought up thousands of tickets to Trump's rally in Oklahoma and then all came up with creative answers as to why they couldn't go. And that's why they set up that whole overflow area with a stage for a speech to the overflow crowd that never came, because it was all these K-pop fans that bought these thousands and thousands of tickets.
There's a lot of teenagers in general, not just K-pop and stuff.
I love it.
That is pretty
Screw
damn
that
good.
tangerine.
Right. Next question, I think. Moving on. Question 964. If you had to have taste buds added to another part of your body, which would be the least bad place to constantly have a sense of taste?
The least bad place, so the best place.
No, the least bad.
Ooh.
Well,
Shoulder
the
or
original
neck?
question was slightly more explicit. As in, too explicit that I thought I couldn't say it with a straight face.
Oh.
See, Morton says up the nose, but you can't have up the nose because that's basically got taste sensors.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go too much further down the neck or whatever. Then
Back of your hand.
Back of your hand?
What about the ear?
The ear.
No.
No.
Or gloves when you're working with poo.
Which hand? The one you wipe with or the one you don't wipe with, MathPig?
As you're walking down the street and you touch people without thinking about it, and all of a sudden you taste them.
Well, I guarantee if you tasted people when you touched them, you'd start thinking about it.
You basically
It's bad enough I smell them and I have sensitive smell, Dave. I don't need to taste them. We're not going there. Ugh. The ones that stink, I kind of taste them anyways.
Nerdy says, I would add taste buds to my third nipple. Morton says, I already said that. But he just says third nipples.
Maybe I
What
would.
says-
Maybe I would have them in my nipple because, as it was established yesterday, I don't get any other pleasure out of them. So,
But, well, the issue you've got then is if you wear a dirty T-shirt, you're really going to know it.
yeah, I can live with it.
You can live with that. Morton says, my right eyeball then. Seraph says, throat. Robert X says, my hair, I could shave it off if I don't like it. Sammy says, his penis. Linda says,
That is
It'll be
behind...
an interesting thing considering that that's Sammy saying that.
I know. I could... Yes.
I
Yes.
know. I'm just saying that might not be a good idea.
No, you taste your urine every time you urinate.
No, that's not the worst of it.
No.
That's kind of where we were going, but a little bit. Go deeper and darker, Granny, and then you'll have it. We'll move on. Anyways, go ahead, Dave. What? Like literally deeper and darker. Although I did not mean that pun. It was appropriate.
Perfect.
I think you just knocked MathPig off his chair.
Oh no.
I broke the pig. Shit.
Right, what have we got? Like Linda says
Sammy
behind.
said, "You have no idea."
Sammy has not found a limit of where he won't stick it.
No. American Pie was actually a documentary in Sammy's room.
Harmonica Mam says the ears, and Linda says behind one ear. See, I think behind the ears would be terrible. I think the ears in general would be terrible. Don't know. I mean, you've seen what you go into a city, your hair stinks after you've spent any time there.
I'll just say that when you're washing your hair or whatever, you get a bit of shampoo behind there. It's not going to taste good.
No, I think it would change shampoo completely. They'd have to.
But where are you going to put on your body where you're not washing it with soap, though? I mean, really, with some kind of soap.
Realistically.
Well, now we just learned something about Jeff, didn't we?
You don't need a soap there as often as you do under like here and all that, you know. So
yeah. I don't think anybody's.
Well, you just close your mouth like when you wash your face. So.
Seraphim says behind my right ear. They're going with the ear.
Yeah, don't.
They're telling you
Tommy's.
Tommy says more like 2 men, 1 cup was a doco about me. No idea what you're talking about.
No.
Please don't educate me.
No.
Again.
Don't want to know.
Moving on.
Oh, there we go. Chad says feet. You would have to be very careful what you stepped on. I think feet would be terrible anyway. Just creating their own.
Yeah.
Can I put it on BrainBug Spider?
No, it's got to be on your body. Have you answered yet?
Oh, I guess I would say my chin.
Your chin.
Yeah.
See, that could be, I can't think of many ways that you would mess that up. You're not randomly sticking your chin in places.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not everybody is.
Well, I was gonna say I think that depends on who you are, but I'm gonna go with Granny. No.
So I would say my chin, but which one?
Chin's good. Depends on what your mouth's doing, whether you're sticking your chin in.
If you've got a beard, you'll be able to taste your food for days. If you've got taste sensors on your chin.
Do you know, people
It would
brush
rot
their
after
beards
such a time period.
I've never
I
had
do
a beard.
brush my beard.
So
Yeah, but you'd know if there was something in your beard. You would
Yeah, you do.
tell you.
Shaving could be interesting though.
Sharp. Felicia says, I'm going to go with the granny chin. What did Chad say? What the hell did Chad say? Feet. Oh, Sammy says that's disgusting. You've gone too far to Chad.
About the feet.
Apparently feet's too far for Sammy. Seraphim says, right face cheek. Cheek. Probably you touch them a lot. Do you touch your chin much?
I do.
You do.
I
So whatever's
tend
on
to.
your hand, you're going to taste.
I think if I could taste it, I would touch my chin less.
B.
Agreed.
You can touch your food to your chin before you decide whether you like it or not. Taste it. and
Good
then-
idea.
Okay. So yeah, you turned it into a gift. Yeah.
You'd walk away from a meal looking like the stars of some very bad porn. B.
I would say, Dave, that after much deliberation over this, I would say probably right on my chest right here, or on my neck, possibly on my belly. Of course, I'm thinking for sexual reasons. I think on my belly might be a good idea, so I could be in two places at the same time.
Sammy
Yeah,
says,
I think on your stomach would be a good thing. Plus, if you drop your food while eating,
you'd know.
you won't have to waste it.
Sammy says, I'm talking about tasting people's insides, and you're a bit worried about tasting your chin. Nerdy says, the back of my left eyeball so I could taste my own brain. Sirif says, sweat drips to the chin, so no. Jenny says, taste buds, my left boob / nipple. Alicia said that she was thinking of belly too. Your belly works. I don't think I'd like belly. Jeff, what's your answer?
So I mean, where your taste buds now, generally in your mouth, isn't they? So just have them a little bit further down inside, just to make that, just a little bit further down the throat or whatever, just to make them.
The constant
it'll
taste
go
of
down.
vomit, then. Acid reflux.
Yeah, you can get it's the acid reflux. There's that issue, but you didn't specify it had to be on the outside of the body.
No,
did
no,
you?
I've
So,
got no problem with
yeah.
it being on the inside. I just think it'd be
Yeah.
much. I think on the outside would be less unpleasant than on the inside.
Mm.
Brian.
Ooh, I like Granny's option. That seems like brilliant to me. The chin.
MathPig.
I said the back of my hand.
See, I still think that's a terrible place.
Dave, anywhere's going to be a terrible place.
Yeah.
There's a reason our taste buds are in the position they are. It's that way for a reason.
Because
Chad
God
said-
made you that way.
Yeah. You're made in
Chad-
God's image.
Let's not get crazy, Granny.
Chad says, you wouldn't taste the sweat. That is background, like you never know what your teeth taste like. Fair enough.
I don't think
Right.
that's the same thing.
Well, the problem is your sweat changes. I don't know. I mean, I know that you don't smell it. After
I
a
think
certain
you
period
would
of
get
time.
used to it. Used to the taste of it. It would just be the regular taste of your chin at that point, and then yeah.
I know that
It
you
might
can
make
screw
you
it.
appreciate your meals a little bit more.
Well, this is. She may not cook good, but this tastes better than my foot. Good point, Jeff.
Right. Next question, right, which it's a really long question that I'm only going to put some of it up. But I'll read the full thing. Right. Question 965. Why do we not just have a worldwide referendum to determine which branch of religion is correct, and then everyone has to accept that one? If there is a God, he or she would surely make sure that the right branch of the right religion would win, and also similar religions would have to join.
Because it doesn't fucking matter what religion and what God has to say if the man exists, because people are tribalistic and will scream and shout and disagree and go, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Because of course Britain totally united after the Brexit vote. Does anything
All
more
I have
need
to say,
be
Dave,
said?
is look how people are today. It doesn't matter what laws enforced. It doesn't matter how hard you try. It doesn't matter what you do, how many people you try to please. 3/4 of the population is not going to be happy. So that's not going to work. It's not like everybody's going to go, okay, we're all Catholics now, or we're all Baptist. That's no. And besides, if someone tried to make me be one of those, I would just go off in the middle of nowhere and live by myself, because there's no way in hell.
If it's run anywhere like if that referendum is run anyway like the American elections, it means the Russian Orthodox Church is going to win.
Fact. We'll have little hammer and sickles all over our freaking shit everywhere.
That's not the symbol of the
Russian
Church.
I know where this is going. Nerdy says, that sounds like a great idea. Everyone would probably become atheist or agnostic. Seraphim says, praying to Joe Pesci, he looks like he can get shit done.
Oh, stop quoting George Carlin like that.
Ricardo says, how many people are you trying to please? Well, everyone would be pleased because they'd know the true religion. So everyone would be happy.
Well,
No,
it
wouldn't work like that.
Your question doesn't say that it's the true religion. It says it's the religion that we decided was true.
Yes, but God wouldn't let it be wrong. That's how we know it's true.
Why don't we just leave the survey out? We'll let God fill it out. Whatever God writes, that's what we'll go with.
Just leave a load of post-back ballots, and one person will just tick atheist.
Okay.
And that's it.
Granny, when you're done interpreting the Holy Bible and you can figure that out, let me know.
I'd almost be tempted to vote for Scientology just for a fucking laugh.
Right, this is the problem. Somebody would. Chad says, because we can't even unite people under a flag these days. You are just adding to the problem. The USA is a melting pot. Canada is a mosaic. You connect the dots. Right, I have a question. Well, I mean, I have lots of questions. It's the point of the show. But I have a specific question that is ever so slightly relevant to that point. Okay? How is it that the American people still do not understand that you are meant to burn American flags? This has been brought up and demonstrated and settled over and over again, and Trump just tweets, who thinks we should prosecute people for burning flags?
Wait. You just said Trump.
Yes.
Question answered.
Yeah, but
He's
the
an
point
idiot.
is still his base now fucking thinks this.
This was an issue back in like the early 90s.
They're idiots.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, 60s. Yeah, I'm sorry, 70s. It was during the Vietnam War.
Again.
People were burning flags in protest to the Vietnam War. So
Yes.
it was early 70s, and it was very well established that was acceptable speech.
Well, I don't understand how Trump has any kind of libertarian support at all, because they're all about rights and freedoms, and then he's all about like oppressing the media and stuff, and stamping out free speech is kind of counterintuitive. But they just eat it all up. I don't know.
Well, I think Abdallah got it in Star Wars. You know, this is how democracy dies, to thunderous applause.
Yes. Sammy says, I think Jedi would become the global religion in an instance. And Seraphim says, Jeff, keep making Jar Jar impressions. I'll keep quoting George Carlin.
Mister no know what you're talking about, Sarah.
Oh, look, man, I woke up.
Same time as Richard. Is that a coincidence?
Morning, Richard.
Okay, Seraphim says, his base thought that flags were sacred before. Robert says, I agree with Trump. We should burn Trump when people burn the flag. Or did I misunderstand the question? Fair enough. Where did we get to? Brian, what was your answer to the question? You've forgotten the question.
Why do we not do that?
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause it would just we could start a war other ways. There's
better ways to start a war. I like that, Dan. Granny.
Well, like I said, I think what we should do is you put the referendum on a blank piece of paper and you put a writing utensil next to it on a table, and you seal it off in a room that you can see through a window through, but it is impossible for any human to get access to that room at any time. And as soon as God writes down the answer to the question,
she's onto something. She crashes when she says it. Right.
It was God stomping her out.
Here's the
Maybe
thing.
she's using Temple OS.
She might be. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm fairly certain in the 1800s I saw this trick.
With her YouTube channel.
and somebody snuck into the room.
No, they were using other methods to write on the paper.
By the way, Seraphim, Dave and I are not evil. We're just British. There's a difference.
Okay. MathPig.
Well, I answered first. You're very bad at this, man.
I've forgotten. It's a long question.
Well, I think I said already, didn't I? I have a one-word answer for why this would be a terrible fucking idea, and that is Brexit.
Yeah. No one here is insane enough to have voted for Brexit.
Oh no, who would have done
all the people around the world calling God by a different name, and if you called him God, then they'd be like, "Well, that's not God. It's Allah, or it's
Jehovah, Vashti,
or it's right." Keep going. Right.
Thor, Odin, Zeus.
Then they wouldn't listen to it because they'd be like, "That's not the right God."
No. Right. So basically, we've decided this is a really bad idea.
Yep.
Yes. Right. Next question then.
Because humans.
Yes.
Question 966. Do you have any irrational fears?
Not that I can think of.
You said rational?
Irrational.
Oh.
BrainBug.
Well, irrational fears. I do not like the thought of being out in open water where I can't see the land, but I think that's rational, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty rational.
As far as irrational fears, I can't think of any. Come back to me later.
But Dave, if we fear it, wouldn't we deem it as rational?
Not necessarily. I mean, all my fears are rational. But, you know,
No.
yours...
Spiders are not rational.
But maybe not to someone else.
Yeah, say like fear of like arachnophobia. I don't think that that's a rational fear, but
it depends where you live. I would say. I think people being afraid of spiders living in the outback
Britain,
in Australia is a reasonable fear.
Not
I think me being afraid of spiders is an irrational fear. Granny.
I have a lot of fear. I have a lot of fear that I can't identify what it attaches to, and so I would definitely call it irrational because I haven't the vaguest idea what it is I'm afraid of. You know, right now as an example, I am actually very afraid right now and have the vaguest idea what I'm afraid of.
Dave. It's usually
No, I think it might be the meeting that I'm going to have at noon today, but I'm not sure.
Nerdy says no. What?
Her meeting. I'd be afraid of meeting up with you too. Check all the things, making sure you don't have any napkins with chloroform or anything on them, you know.
Actually, I'm going to attend the meeting by phone.
Have you not watched The Prisoner?
Oh gosh.
I've watched I've lost it now. What do you call that movie with a guy who's an author? Misery. I've seen Misery.
Fair enough. Right, but I don't see how that's related.
Because you scare me sometimes, Dave.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we're just
And
going
they
to go
kidnap
with
you and break your legs. Just
Yeah,
because my legs don't work properly, I feel everyone else's should. One at a time, I'm going to take
There
them
you
all.
go. Yeah. If I can't walk, you shouldn't either.
Yeah.
Math cripple.
Seraphim says quite a few. Nerdy says, no, all my fears are completely and utterly rational. Jefferson Spatchcock says, I'm only afraid of other Americans, so no. Paul Camish says, BrainBug is scared of spiders. Robert says, yes, the fear of pepperoni pizza is very rational. Morton says, I do, but none of your business. Sammy says, cockroaches. Chad Hall says, irrational fears. Yes, sadly, agoraphobia is a bitch. It is. Sammy says, that sounds more like anxiety than fear. To Granny? Or fear of apprehension. Or apprehension, maybe? They're discussing you now. Chad Hall says, all my fears are rational. Just means you've managed to convince yourself the fear is justified. Yep, maybe. My fears are always justified.
See, I have a fear that Elena's no fear of the bees will turn into a very big fear when she gets stung. That'll be justified. That'll also be all my fault. And don't want that, because at the minute she's not afraid of them at all. Doesn't give a flying fuck, like.
Then intentionally get her stung where you can control it.
Well, I've done that with nettles, and now she's not afraid of nettles. She'll just move them out of her hand with her hand.
The point is, the thing that instills the fear is usually the shock and the response.
Yeah.
If you control the situation that you do the thing, you're in a much better situation. You turn around and say, people do this.
How do you react to a bee sting, MathPig? Do you have a bad reaction to it, or is it just?
No. I can get stung up to maybe 10 or 15 times before my fingers start to swell.
she might have your, genetically speaking, might have your resistance to the venom too, and then it may not.
Well, at the start, it's just a matter of getting used to them. You know, when it does happen, when I was young and I got stung with them, it was fucking annoying. I have a very strong memory of running through the garden with about 6 honeybees up inside my coat and me panicking like mad, at the start, but you just have to get used to them.
When you get stung now, do you hit where the bee was?
No, you swipe very slowly to try and pull the stinger out.
Sammy says, and this is in response to what you said earlier, it's MathPig's irrational fear of male affection.
Jenny says, literally just my fear of Dave being Dave.
Jenny says, I've lived misery. Next time, bigger hammer. Santi says, I have an irrational fear of the ocean. Interesting. Robert says, I'm also afraid of the answer to the next question Dave is going to read. What the next question is? The next question is not too bad. Harmonica Man says, the threat of child support. But again, is that irrational?
Should you not just, support the child?
It depends on the state you live in. Supporting the child can mean one of various different things.
It's also a question of how many kids he's got.
Yeah. And you can want to support the child and still fear it.
And Uncle Sam's got to get his cut of that too, so.
Yeah. David Melbourne says, I fear zucchini. Richard says, I'm afraid of not explaining things as well as others need me to. And other people share that. Jenny says, when I get stung, my arthritis pain goes away. I might have to go and pay MathPig a visit.
My mother has developed. She can't get stung now. She used to not, but didn't bother her at all, and now she is going to complete. Is it epileptic shock or whatever? Or what do you call that?
Anaphylactic.
Anaphylactic.
You don't get epilepsy.
Epileptic.
Sting.
Oh man. She has to keep an EpiPen on her. Then.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 or 3 of them in the fridge for my dad.
You just don't want to come to the United States and buy them.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
No. Mum would be throwing them
Yeah,
out.
buy 'em
you know,
overseas.
Things go out of date, and it's shocking the amount of stuff that. And me and Dave were talking about this the other day. The most I've ever had to pay is like £2.60 for medication.
Oh
You-
gosh.
You pay about 7% up for an EpiPen of what we pay over here.
Yeah.
And that's not the manufacturing cost.
No,
of
no.
that.
No, it's worse than that, Brian. Right, you think we pay that, but we don't. That's what
No.
the NHS pays.
Your healthcare does, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We
Yeah, you pay
Pay for a
7%
prescription.
of our share of it, and there's even more costs than that our insurance companies over here pay. But that regardless, it's not the cost of manufacturing the pen or the cost of manufacturing the epinephrine inside. It's the pharmaceutical companies deciding that since the government's going to require insurance companies to cover the cost of this, we can charge whatever we want for it, and they have to pay it. They have to. It's law, so we can jack it up as much as we want. And then you say, okay, let's put some regulations on that. They're like, whoa, wait a second. Now you're trying to use big government to regulate small business. And yeah, of course, calling a pharmaceutical company a small business. I'm starting to rant, though. I'll shut up now.
Yeah.
No,
That's okay. It's better when other people rant. Otherwise, it's me.
I remember when I had shingles,
Usually
and they had
me.
to get me tablets, and the woman in the shop said, "You must be very, very sick because these are like £240 a box," and I did not have to pay a damn thing. Like,
Yeah, if I get sick, I'm just gonna send my my drug list to you, and you can pick them up and send them to me.
it's fucking disaster.
Probably be held at the border and customs.
All those ways and means.
Vitamins.
That's what happened to Dave's spiders that I sent in. They got held at the border.
Busted out of the box in the post office.
I forewarn you of this situation. If a box comes to me that looks like it's got in any way, shape, or form bugs or spiders in, it'll be set fire to outside without being opened.
Generally,
Well, if we can just clarify,
live insects.
if we can just clarify, Dave, your birthday present was posted this morning, okay?
Was it?
So it's on its way. Do not burn it when it arrives. Okay?
Why? What does it say on the outside?
You say your fucking name on
Don't
the
burn it. Don't burn it. Seriously, you'll want it.
I actually have to say, I just say that knowing where I work, that actually happened once. We had a ton of crickets across our office. Box burst in the containing live insects first. We had crickets everywhere.
Oh my! I've dropped a box of crickets before. I know what a nightmare that turns into. It's like dropping a box of like marbles or something, except for they're free moving. They're just everywhere.
I'm assuming someone had them for like food for like a pet lizard or something like that. I'm guessing, but we had bloody crickets all over our.
It's better than going to watch cricket.
Yeah, it depends. 2020's all right. I don't really, I can't really sit for a test match though. No.
Sammy says, my son's medical cannabis is like $1,000 a bottle. Lasts a week. We don't pay a cent. Jeff says, is the gift to Dave a mug that says live spiders? Sammy says, I'm guessing a wooden Aztec dildo. That'd be cool. Is it a wooden Aztec dildo?
I'll say you got one word right.
The dildo!
Okay.
Mind the splinters.
Right. Has anyone not told us about their irrational fears yet?
Me, but I don't know that I don't know I've really have any. I've certainly got
Cats.
rational. No, they're not really. It's not really a fear. That's more of a dislike.
A dislike. Fair enough.
Moving on.
Right. Moving on, I think. The next
Did Dave
question.
answer?
Next question.
He did. He did things that would.
He did not.
He did.
Okay, fair enough.
Question 967. Would you rather lick and seal 1,000 envelopes or fold 1,000 pieces of laundry?
That's
Laundry.
easy.
Fold.
Laundry.
Fold.
Socks are laundry, aren't they? Yeah. I'm gonna make 500 pairs of socks, put them together, and put them in the drawer. That's my bit done.
Yeah.
No, we're talking like sheets.
See,
No.
No.
oh no, you can't change it, Dave. That's not. You said laundry.
You can't fold socks.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you
What are you
can.
talking about? You have to pair them.
And then
you
fold
ball
them in
them.
half.
And then fold them in.
I roll them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Into a ball. Into the...
See,
Yeah.
Dave, I'm gonna go
actually-
with the laundry because growing up,
She froze.
Oh,
Mush back.
growing up, we had all those people in the house. We had 8 people in the house,
Yeah.
and there was lots of socks, and we always had a laundry basket of unmatched socks. And every so often, my mom would say, "Hey, you, it's your turn. Go match the socks." It was like a 3-hour project. So I think I've already folded 1,000 pieces of laundry in within a year. So I'll take the laundry.
Mm.
Now,
Socks or laundry.
when he says laundry, I think it's fair to assume that it's going to have to include all types of laundry. It can't just be
Yes, that
socks.
was my
It can be
point. I
shirts,
don't think.
and-
allow me to demonstrate
Trousers.
for Dave's benefit, though. Here is a sock.
Yes. Yeah, who folds their
Here.
socks?
It's a
No, I
folded
get
I
the
do.
point.
And then you
You
turn
fo-
it inside out. And
Yeah.
you turn them together into one wee package.
Flip
Exactly.
it around, paired.
Yep.
Exactly.
Now we know who does the laundry in Dave's house, not Dave.
Socks get balled up.
You fold
Not
them
fold.
before you ball them. Then.
No. Do you want me to get a pair of socks and show you?
Yeah. What? Jeff just showed you.
No.
I-
Right, stay there.
It's on now.
Everybody go
Right.
grab a pair of socks. Quickly.
Uh, Dave's gonna needlessly complicate something that doesn't need to be
Lessons.
complicated here.
Right.
Okay,
A pair
my
of
answer.
socks.
I actually enjoy
that's-
folding laundry, and partly because I really don't. I have a real problem with wasting time, and so I love folding laundry because I can turn on a movie, and I'm watching a movie, and I'm not being unproductive. I'm getting something done because I'm also folding laundry.
But you can lick envelopes while watching a movie.
True, but I'd rather fold laundry.
Right, pair of socks. Okay, 2 socks. You take the socks. You go like that, and then you throw them. They're not folded. They're balled.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You do it wrong. Me and Jeff fold their socks.
We
Go on.
well, you're unnecessarily complicating things there, Dave. It's very. I just demonstrated how easy it is to fold a sock.
Right. Let's go
And it would take a lot less time to fold a lot of them than it would to lick a lot of envelopes.
You think?
Yeah.
Why is
But
Sammy?
the question doesn't just say socks. The question says laundry. There's going to be other
Yes.
things in
There's
there.
got to be other things
Where?
than just socks. There's going to be trousers and shirts. Right,
Well,
Tox is
Those are
envelope.
fine.
Socks.
Socks
I have a
are-
lot of.
Do you
I have a
only
lot of
wear
pairs of
socks? Do you only wear
Huh?
socks? Do you only wear socks?
You can keep saying it. I'm saying.
Sammy says, can the envelopes be vaginal flavoured? Maybe ruby rose. No, they're normal envelopes. Harmonica Man says, is there a time limit? Richard says, what flavour is the glue? Mint. The glue is gum flavoured. Where are we up to? I've lost track here. Chad says, envelopes, less work. And I use my intellect to avoid wasting energy, strictly defined. My laziness is next level. And people are arguing with me folding socks. Why'd you fold your socks? I'm lost at the whole folding socks thing.
I do the same as you do, Dave. Ball them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. The folding in half that Jeff did, I don't fold them in half before I ball
I'm
them.
not convinced he does. I think he's making it up.
I just demonstrated, Dave.
Yeah, I could fold some socks. I'm just not convinced you do that.
Well, it's for me to know you to speculate on, isn't it?
You're a black metal fan. I cannot believe you fold socks.
That is racist.
That's racist.
That is, well, it's discriminatory. What are you saying about metal fans?
That they don't fold their socks.
You don't know. We were very, very clean, organised people.
Okay,
For all
I will do a Twitter survey later to inquire as to whether or not they fold socks, and I will issue a full apology tomorrow if need be.
Right.
Fair enough.
MathPig, how many Twitter socks have you got?
I've won Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't like Twitter as it is.
I'm going to create a few. I'll go to create a few quote unquote sock accounts.
Just to win the sock thing.
I'm quite good at flower arranging, but you wouldn't think that to look at me.
How the hell does that have to do with...
Because it's a stereotype. You're being against his stereotype. I'm showing the stupidity and absurdity of your argument.
Well, no, I know my argument
Same.
is stupid.
Same, MathPig. I'm actually really good at... I'm really good at arranging flowers and painting nails. So there you go.
Well, I got really good at
My
arranging
exes
flowers.
used to have me paint their nails because I was better at it than them.
Oh,
Talking about arranging flowers like in a flower bed or like as like a bouquet.
Oh,
No,
bouquet.
flower arrangement.
Yeah.
Base.
You go into Tesco's at the right time and they reduce all their flowers. You can buy like 4 bunches for the price of one, and then you arrive at the house with this huge bunch your girlfriend thinks you paid like 30 quid for. It cost you £4. Here you are, honey.
We've discovered Dave's irrational fear here, hosiery phobia.
Dave also eating that cheese. I think that's pretty irrational.
No. Don't fear cheese. And we're not on that question. Right. David Melbourne says he folds socks. Richard says, what flavour is the glue? Strawberry, chocolate, raspberry, truffle? No. Do I get to taste the envelopes with different parts of my body in this scenario? No. What sort of insane question is that?
You could technically you could taste them if we're applying the rules of the previous question.
Not with different parts of your body.
Licking them might be a problem.
Not with different parts of your body.
No, Dave. This is a callback to the earlier question.
Yes, well aware of that.
Let's just say the rules of that are in play. You could technically taste the envelope for the different part of the body, but you wouldn't be able to lick it to seal it.
That depends what part of the body you used.
Well, no, but I don't think anybody. I don't think anyone said any of those parts of the body that you might be thinking of.
Sammy says, are you saying you have a messy drawer of single socks? No. I'm saying that balling socks is not folding them. Seraphim says folding laundry.
See, Dave, but I actually dated someone who played like sports softball, blah, 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 and had those long socks. She didn't ball them. She folded all of them and had a half of a drawer full of folded paired socks. So I think it depends on the person. Like some people ball, some
there is
people
an
fold.
argument for that.
I fold and then I ball them up. So I do both.
Why?
Because it's neater. It's the right way to do it.
The right way. Like what Jeff just did? Is that what you do, B? Like the way he did it, or like the way that Dave did it?
Well, both. I fold them in half and then I
Well, I think
turn
Jeff
them inside
folded up
themselves.
after he folded it in half.
No, I put it back in the drawer very neatly.
Is your camera portable?
See, Dave.
I want to see your drawer.
My husband likes
see,
his
Dave, this
underwear
goes
rolled
right
up.
I knew it. It's all he ever has wanted to do is get inside my drawers.
Yeah, there's certain streams where he said he's going to do worse to me, but we'll not go back on them.
I do remember something about a spit roast one time.
See, this is why I have the fear of misery. You know.
I don't recall that bit in Misery.
See, Dave, this goes...
You might be in for a rude awakening when Manta comes to visit MathPig. Just saying.
She seems up for it.
What was that, dude?
This goes right back.
She seems up for it.
Sorry.
Oh yes.
Go on, B.
This goes right back to the other question about the whole if we figured out one true religion thing. We can't even agree on how to fold socks. We're not going to agree on that. You see what I'm saying? And we're all friends here. We get along, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not happening, buddy. Sorry.
Santi says, I love wasting time. Linda, fold the laundry. Seraphim, paper cuts on the tongue. Shudder. Robert, I love to iron and vacuum cleaning. Want to swap, Godless Granny? Sammy, I'm a baller like you, Dave. David Melbourne, I hated getting the laundry out of the dryer because I have a deteriorating spine. Put the dryer higher up. I mean, get someone else to lift it.
Or use one of those grabbers. That's what I do. I can't bend over, and when I do the laundry, I have a grabber to pick the laundry up with.
I got my wife one of those for her birthday last month. She loves it. Yeah, pulling, reaching into the laundry because she's got back issues too, and she doesn't have to bend over and do all that shit anymore. So yeah,
what?
And that with back issues, because right up until the point where you said that it was back issues, just sounded like a misogynist. Yeah, got the wife one of them too. She does all the laundry and everything. Does all that.
I'm still not convinced about getting that as a birthday present. I think it'd be thrown at me if I got someone that for a birthday present.
Well, yeah, she liked it. I don't know. She's asking for something like that. Well, she's short too, and we got high cabinets here, so now she can get stuff off the top shelves too.
Now you're picking on the wife's height. You need to just stop.
Yeah. We go upstairs and deal with this.
Digging a hole. Digging a hole, Brian.
I have far too many stories about things like that I get hit for. Richard says, "What
like when you do it to me, Dave?"
Richard said, "What flavour is the envelope glue? Milk chocolate or?" Richard just coming up with continuous flavours.
Hey, you keep reading them.
I know. Laundry licking envelopes might kill you. Gregory Nietzsche. You know how to darn socks? You throw them in a bin and say darn socks. Morton says, I would lick and seal envelopes while folding laundry. Gregory says, I'm an amputee, folding my socks is simple.
I like Gregory a little bit better right now.
Richard says, regular envelope glue starts making the tongue numb in about 75 envelopes, so laundry. Chad said, socks get a top roll to keep them together. Utility is everything, can keep them in pairs. Some of the time I do it that way, depending on my mood. Ricardo says, licking envelopes, practice makes perfect.
I'm feeling fancy today. I'm doing my socks different.
Yeah. It depends on the type of
Depends on the size of the socks.
It depends on the type of sock too.
Yeah, you get the really long ones and you ball them, you're going to have a ball this big. Shorter ones are easier to ball up, fold and ball. Yeah, it's true.
Savvy says, Richard, can I be so bold as to inquire when you had to lick more than 75 envelopes in one sitting / licking?
Oh, he's done it.
Oh.
Yes.
You did not send. You know, I sent Christmas cards before.
I sent Christmas cards once, and then decided that it was a complete
75 Christmas cards.
You have to post me. I
only got to fucking deliver them. I ain't got to fucking lick the bloody envelope every time.
But do people not give you Christmas cards on your rounds?
Yeah.
Do you respond?
Generally, no. I just tend to say thank you or whatever. And I'm not giving them the fucking tip back either.
So is there cash in there when you get your?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. I mean, it's it's one of those things that technically speaking, we're not really supposed to. When tippings, we're not really supposed to take tips, but it's like it's accepted because it's gone on for fucking hundreds of years. So
Hmm. Oh, I think I'm going to move on to this. Where there? Did you all answer?
Did
all
you?
wanted laundry. You all
Did you
wanted
answer,
laundry,
Dave?
didn't you? Of course, they answered.
Yeah.
You all wanted laundry, didn't you?
Did you? But what was your answer, Dave?
What
I
was
can't
your
remember.
answer, Dave?
Can't remember.
Well, pick one. We'll just
Dave?
pick one at random.
Dave.
I'll go with the envelopes.
Just because what a way just to get out of folding socks.
I'm happy to fold socks. It's not going to be just socks.
Frankly,
He
I'd
doesn't
rather
know how to
fold
fold
trousers.
them anyways, Jeff. So
You only have
Sorry,
like
what
3
grade?
pair, and you've done the whole basket.
I think there's a quote. I think there's a quote of mine that might be appearing in a fan fiction.
Right. Next question. Oddly enough, slightly related. Question
Yeah.
968. Everybody loved Chef's chocolate salty balls. What food really gets your mouth watering?
A really good, freshly made strawberry cheesecake with good cream, and oh my goodness.
currently, I am stuck on a big porterhouse steak with a baked potato. One day I'm gonna get rich and buy one of those. Really, that's what I've been craving.
Rich enough to eat it or just appreciate it? Just
Rich enough to fucking buy the damn thing. That's Poe.
Brian.
Oh, I love dark chocolate. So anything with dark chocolate.
Yes. Yes.
Dark chocolate's nicer than normal chocolate.
No, it's not.
True.
A nice dark chocolate.
Chocolate
Yeah.
is shit.
Yep.
And saying that, Dave, usually when I get really nice dark chocolate, I go get a giant glass of milk to drink it with.
You would
So-
have
There
to.
can be
The only
really
way to
bad
make it
dark
palatable.
chocolate too, but yeah, in general, it's better than milk chocolate for sure.
No, you're wrong. You're objectively wrong.
I
No,
like the
he's
60%.
absolutely right.
Anything above like 60, 65% is a little too dark for me. I can go up to 70, but that 90% is
Yeah, the
That's
nice,
just
I
bitter.
like high 70s and around the 80s is nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
any higher than that, you just might as well eat the cocoa powder right out of the can.
right.
Just chew on the beans.
Just don't breathe it in.
Doc says human blood. Morton says
I'm now afraid of Doc.
Why? That's
weren't
not good
before.
for you.
You all do know Doc's a vampire though, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I talked about vampires at quite some length on a stream the other day. So
Morton says a huge juicy steak, boring but true. Sammy says a big messy. Shit, this is the worst thing. Is I don't know whether to actually read this before I start saying it because I don't know how it's going to end. A big messy slurpy mango straight out of the seed makes me fucking hot. Seed?
I got a little hot just listening to you read that myself. Oof.
Get a little randy.
Yeah.
Gregory says Bean Winter had a bunny chow over the weekend. Was awesome. No bunnies are used. It's a quarter loaf of bread, hollowed out and filled with curry. That sounds quite nice.
Mm.
Granny.
It does.
Oh goodness. You know, I like Sammy's answer because I do love mangoes. But the other thing I was thinking of is creme brulee. I got a kitchen torch for Christmas and was surprised at how easy it is to make your own creme brulee if you've got a little torch to melt the sugar on top with.
Caramelize the top of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I had a creme brulee shake. Pretty good.
No, I am. Made a simple taste. I'm very, very partial to a very nice spicy chicken curry.
That's
Very
not
good.
British at all.
And now I'm hungry. Thanks, guys.
Linda says chocolate mousse.
What'd that moose ever do to you?
All this talk of food, actually, I think I'm going to order a takeaway tonight. Now you said that. I've got.
Critical Questions, sponsored by Just Eat.
Yeah, why not?
MathPig, did you answer and have I forgotten?
Yes, very first man to answer strawberry cheesecake.
Oh, damn it, I remember now.
He did. Just, I'll just say, then it's just as well you're in a long distance relationship with Amanda and not Navadia then, because you know that would be fucking gone.
Who is wide awake now?
Is she
Hi,
watching?
Amanda.
Oh no, she's choosing to go watch the news rather than watch Dave's.
Amanda would get the joke about that because there's the infamous cheesecake scandal there.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Right, in which case, we shall move on to the next question. What time is it? Question 969. Should religious freedom be absolute?
You define what you mean by religious freedom.
Isn't it always? Isn't it already?
No, it's not always.
Not in some parts of the world.
Not in any part of the world.
I was just thinking about the States. I apologize.
Not in any part of the world.
Well, some religious freedom would be the freedom to kill the infidels. So that's basically saying if they had religious freedom to kill anybody who's not their religion, if you don't let them do that, that's infringing on their religious freedom.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
No.
I mean, there is always that old adage that the best way to secure freedom of religion is to have freedom from religion.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, you know, you can't. You cannot, as a society, you know, just allow sort of separate rules for different groups or whatever because of like the reasons pointed out. And I know this has been sort of one of those things that's been a bit of a hot button issue in the UK, but I don't think we should really get into that too much. That's a controversial topic. But you know, yeah, I don't think you could have a total freedom of religion. I think it's got to be some limits, but it's got to be, you know, I am of the opinion that I want to see all states secular, and yeah, I don't know
again,
where.
What if you're again? What if your religion says that you should run a state?
Well, then that's what I mean. Where you have to put limit. You know, you can't have a total freedom of religion. I mean, I don't like, for example, I don't think for example, I don't think Scientology should be allowed to get away with the shit they pull with under the guise of it being their religious freedom. You know, because that they will actually argue that all the harassment and shit and money that they take is part of their religious practices, and they have argued that in courts.
Yes, entirely. You get away with it, unfortunately.
So
I've got some questions we've got to clarify here with people.
I think it's worse the people that kill their children under the name of religious freedom because we're going to pray for them instead of getting medical treatment, or our religion doesn't allow blood transfusions and things like that. No, I think we absolutely need to have limits on religious freedom.
Morton says no. Chad Hall says yes, full stop. Richard says absolute freedom may include acts that a child should not see.
This is the caveat on the question, Dave. Is you said the word absolute.
Yes.
And that's the caveat on the question, which is why, I'm in favor of like a general freedom of religion and that, but an absolute. That's where I've got a problem.
The point is we have this situation where people expect you're infringing on my religious freedoms without any comprehension that your religious freedoms have to be restricted.
Well, this is why
And
I
this is
think
the
the
problem.
first thing is we actually we probably actually have to, and I don't even know between us that we've reached exactly a consensus on what exactly is and isn't religious freedom. That's I mean,
Your religion says you shouldn't pay tax.
Yeah, exactly. That's all religions, though, isn't it?
No, lots of religions don't say it. Nobody to be up there.
No.
Okay. Again, Christianity says you should.
Yeah.
And yet they don't.
Pay unto Caesar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Render unto Caesar. Yeah.
Render. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Right, we're there.
It means the same thing, but
it does. Harmonica Man says, "Does religion have freedom? It seems that you have to be a submissive bitch to be somehow good inside of it." Yeah. But it's your freedom to be the submissive bitch within it. Doc says, "No, humans need to grow out of religion." See, here's the thing. I think that religious freedom should be much more... I think what we have right now is this wishy-washy thing. Unfortunately, the States is worse for it because it has a goddamn religion clause against nothing against religion in its constitution that needs to go. I think there needs to be a definition of what is allowed to be included under religion. I mean, you have the right to believe whatever you want. You do not have the right to interact with society in any way you want.
Yeah.
It's the swinging your fist around analogy. Yeah. Your religious freedom ends at other people's freedom when it starts infringing on other people's freedoms, for sure.
I mean, I need to just clarify something. I need to, I ask this of the Americans on the panel here, just to make sure, that my understanding of this is right, because I'm not entirely sure if it is. My understanding is that that technically you can't. It's about the establishment of religion. So technically, religions are not recognized as such.
No, it's that the government can't establish a religion. They're not recognized as being supported by the government.
Yeah. So because I've often heard this thing with just because it was the big thing about like what something similar to what my previous belief system was, which was Norse paganry, that technically speaking, heathenry or Osatru got recognized in the United States before it did in Iceland, which is ancestral homes of that religion, but it didn't actually. But I think there was a misunderstanding of what it meant by being recognized. And so that's just what I'm trying to, because I'm not quite sure what the wording is.
People like to take liberties with a lot of the terminology used in our legal documents, especially because they were written, in the 18th century, and their archaic language, doesn't necessarily roll over too well. You find that a lot of people talking about religious freedom in general. It's not freedom. They'll say, "Oh, it's not freedom from religion; it's freedom for religion," stuff like that. But it's if you look at the terminology used, it should protect both classes. You should be free from the government forcing religion on you, but the religion should be free from the government forcing you to.
See, I've got a weird sort of. This might sound like a contradictory position that I'm going to espouse here.
Never happened on this show.
Yeah, but like, for example, like a big thing that became a kind of an issue in the it was a bit of a talking point. I wouldn't say a big issue, but a talking point in the press and whatever was faith schools in the UK. And to be honest, a lot of this was, I suppose, the post 9/11 era or whatever, and there was a big thing about Islamic faith schools and so on. And now I'm definitely of the opinion, I don't really want faith schools at all. I want all education secular. But the counter to that is that if we have no problem in the UK letting the Church of England run schools, we have no problem with Catholic schools being run in the UK or Jewish
You
schools.
can say that,
Why
but-
did
yeah,
why
people
did it
see the problem.
suddenly become a fucking problem when Muslims wanted to run faith schools? And I'm like, well, you know, so that's where I kind of had the like. That's like, well, if you are going to allow it for one, then you probably should. If you are going to allow it for one group, you probably should allow it for other groups.
Yeah.
I'd sooner it not be for any group whatsoever. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I know what that might seem like it's a contradiction, but you kind of get where I'm
No,
coming
it's
from.
not. It should be fair, and this is the problem. You can't start nitpicking other religions.
Yeah.
If you're not going to deal with it's the problem we have at the moment with the policing. I just touched on here about the fact that our police go and talk to Muslim leaders if there is a problem with a member of their congregation.
Yeah.
Right, and a big deal has been made out of this, and I think it's totally wrong. But the problem is the same thing happens within the Catholics and the Protestants and the Church of England.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Right, but we don't talk about it there. We're making a big deal because the police are handling it with the Muslims. The police handle it the same way.
Yeah. And it is I mean, you know, obviously we've seen in the UK some bad results because obviously some of the news stories that have broken in recent years. But I mean, it's one of those things like, because people often say to me like, one of my big criticisms is like I knock Christianity a lot. Why don't I ever knock Islam? And my basic response is I honestly don't know very much about Islam. I don't know enough to knock it intelligently. If I'm gonna knock a fucking belief, I want it to be
understand it.
You know, yeah. You know, I want to be and I'm not. Maybe sometimes I'm not all that informed on Christianity, but I've got a basic understanding of it.
No, I go the other way. I will knock Christianity because I understand it, but I will also support the people that are knocking Islam because they understand it.
I don't mind like the knocking of Islam as a religion. I don't mind that, but I think what we have seen in the UK, and there's just no fucking getting away from it, is a lot of the knocking of Islam has been fucking racist in the UK. And it's not about the fucking religion or the belief system. It has been fucking racist.
Yeah.
And there is no getting away from it. And that's that's where it's a difficult thing to negotiate in the UK. That how do you have you need to have if you're going to have a critique of this thing, you need to have an intelligent critique of it, I think. And that's the problem. There's a lot of lazy critiques when it comes to Islam in particular, I think, in the UK. That's just my opinion, but
well, we get the same thing over here. Really, we have like politicians or whatever that are Muslim. People flip their shit. Oh my God, they blew up the Twin Towers and now you're putting them in office. It's like, no, didn't blow up the Twin Towers. That was the terrorist group that happened to be.
I mean, they say this like there aren't Christian terrorist groups.
Right,
exactly. Well, and the one thing as well is that I think, and again, my knowledge of Islam is very, very sketchy at best. But people group Muslims as Islam as one homogenous kind of thing, not realizing that there's many splits and schisms or whatever within that religion as there is within Christianity.
Right. Yeah.
If you delve into it, and like I said, I'm no expert, but I have delved in enough to know there's plenty of fucking schisms there, and people think of it as always one homogenous thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest difference between like Catholics and evangelicals.
And you say like Sunni or Shia, it's the most basic one.
Yeah, exactly. But no, they're all going to lump them all together and say that they're all terrorists and that they're all out to destroy our Western way of life and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I mean...
Yeah. Right, Sammy says, as long as religious freedom includes freedom from... Again, they've got conflict.
Right.
No problem. Chad says, if religious freedom was absolute, then everyone would be free to have their own religion. Ultimate individualism is the key to peace and empathy. I'm not convinced I agree with that. Religion is a lower right here, subject to all other laws and rights, says Gregory. I don't know where Gregory's from. Morton says only a Sith deals in absolutes. Oh, Robert says no, nothing should be absolute. Ricardo says, is this before or after the referendum? Well, after the referendum, when we have the one true religion, it wouldn't be a problem. It could be absolute. MathPig, you just said no, didn't you?
I think Brian said it all, everything perfectly succinct at the start, and everybody has just added and added and added to that. So there is nothing that I can add to. It has all officially been covered.
Very good. B.
I view religion as people who are believers the same way I do with drugs. If you want to do it in your house or your church, that's fine. Don't bring it out in public. Don't push it on other people. Don't fuck up children with it. I don't give a shit what you do behind closed doors. I just don't want to see any of it. So no, I don't think they should have absolute freedom, because then they could just harass people and push it on people, and I mean they might as well be drug dealers.
I wonder if we started calling
that.
I wonder if we started calling religion a kink, if it would they'd like that.
I mean, I don't go out and say, hey, you shouldn't believe in God, so don't push it on me. I don't push my beliefs on other people.
Yes.
I'll state them, we can discuss it, but I don't push it on people, so I don't think anybody else should do it either. And definitely with some of the religions being okay to kill people and, you know, chop off body parts of women and everything else they do. No, I don't approve of all that. It's horrible. So
it is. Last word to Granny.
Oh, I think I already said my piece on this. You know, absolutely, it should not be absolute, because you know there's just too much room for abuse with anything that's absolute. In addition to that, you know, as soon as you decide that religious freedom is absolute, anytime you want to do something illegal, all you have to do is say, "Hey, that's my religion. It's part of my religion."
I think that's the problem. You would have to explicitly police religions, which would be fun. Right, next question, which I will point out again was not written by me, and I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah. Why is that? Why do you have to make that stipulation beforehand? Is it that bad?
It's that bad.
Is it one of mine?
No.
Okay.
It is unlikely. I try not to put questions that people give me in shows that they're in.
By the way, a couple of those that I gave you are from something that Robin did in high school. That he was amused by just going up to people and asking them random questions just to get their reaction.
Yes. Did you read the question?
Oh,
it did not come from high school.
No, this is not. Right. Question 970.
Oh, God.
Would you rather suck off a troll or be bummed by a leprechaun? Apparently, the leprechaun has a much bigger, gnarlier penis than you might expect.
I gotta get a look at this penis.
Okay, Dave, gotta go. Bye.
One second.
Brian.
I just said I gotta get a look at that penis. I wanna see what I'm dealing with here. So go ahead and throw it up on your screen, Dave.
I think MathPig's gonna send you a picture. No? What's your answer?
My answer, come back to me. I have to dwell on it.
You have to dwell on it? The troll is huge.
I'm going to choose the sucking off and assign my job to Sammy, and then everything will be fine.
Yes,
that works.
Send the troll to Australia, and Sammy sucks everyone off who makes it to Australia.
That makes it to Australia. That survives it.
Survives it.
Yeah, Morton says, guess it's the sucking, then Shrek, here I come. Granny!
I choose suicide.
Yes.
Suicide is not an option.
Granny, I love her.
The leprechaun would take liberties.
Why is there so much? Why is the leprechaun's genitals described so detailed, but we don't know anything about the trolls package?
I have no clue.
Yeah, Dave.
I assume the troll is just big. That's it. I don't know. Again,
I don't
didn't
know.
like
I've
the
seen
question.
plenty of trolls on YouTube that I'm pretty sure weren't very big.
How about the one in the bathroom in Harry Potter in the
Yeah.
I think it's the second one.
That's the first one,
Was
yeah.
it the first
Chamber
one?
of Secrets.
Yeah.
That's all.
Mm.
So we're there. Brian says, I would introduce the troll to the leprechaun, film it, and make a fortune on Pornhub.
Let them
Jeff!
take care of each other. Excellent.
Yes, David.
What's your answer?
My answer to what?
The question.
Oh, God.
Which is
Would you rather suck off a troll or be bummed by a leprechaun? Apparently, the leprechaun has a much bigger, gnarlier penis than you might expect.
okay. To find what kind of troll are we talking about here? Because I think I've sucked a few internet trolls hate boners in the past.
All I'm thinking of is a human that's maybe twice as big. Well, not even 1.5 times as big.
Wouldn't that be a giant?
Oh, no, what the hell? MathPig, what's a troll?
What?
What's a troll?
What's a troll? The ones that
Yeah.
live under a bridge.
Are they how do you define a troll?
How do you find a troll? Well, again, I'm
Define
asking you.
a
the ones that-
troll.
What?
How do you define a troll?
Define a troll.
Yes.
I would probably agree with Dave that it would be about 8 to 10 foot. It would be over exaggerated on lots of things, and it's a troll.
Yes. All you need to worry about is its equipment is probably going to be big.
And the toe is going to be hairy, smelly, and covered in crust.
Yes.
What does the semen taste like, though?
Why are you sucking
No
off
idea.
the toe?
Never tried.
Too far.
Well, Richard was asking about the envelope glue.
No, not the same thing.
I mean, neither is very appealing, obviously.
The worst thing is the chat is mostly very quiet on this matter.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say ask Manda. That's all I'm saying.
Why? What would she do?
Oh, I don't know. She has a fondness for leprechauns.
She has
Does
a fondness
she?
for leprechauns, but you might not like the answer, MathPig, as I was saying.
Is it
She's
particularly
getting my
gnarly?
You know, I think honestly, if I really there's no other choice, I had to choose one, I
Yeah.
would rather take it in the ass than to remember the sight of that going in my mouth and the taste of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because ass heals, but that shit is too traumatic. Like, that would you'd never forget that the rest of your fucking life. So, yes, I'm with Granny. I choose suicide.
I'm going with Granny on that one, Ted.
Suicide is not an option. Do I have to add this to every question?
Okay,
In
right.
brackets.
We're going to just ask this then, Dave. Have you answered the question yet?
No, I asked that answer last.
Okay.
Answer the question now, Dave. We want your
Okay.
answer.
There you go. Morton says, you know you have to answer this one right. Chad says, have you never watched Troll Hunter? Scandinavian trolls are a legend and are not to be fucked with, pun intended. Ricardo says spit roast.
Well, look, whatever floats your boat, Ricardo.
Chad says, I go leprechaun.
I think we
Bingo.
can all agree that
Right.
leprechauns are objectively more attractive fantasy creatures than trolls.
They're also a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Never seen the leprechaun. No, he's not that attractive.
Does a leprechaun come Guinness?
Does a leprechaun become Guinness?
Jeff is selling himself.
Does he-
Jeff
does
is
he-
selling
does he-
himself on the
No,
leprechaun.
he's saying, does he spew Guinness?
Oh,
Does he?
my.
Is his cum made of Guinness? Because I'd actually suck the leprechaun if that was an option.
Computer Chick says, leprechauns aren't that bad. They provide alcohol to get you drunk.
I'm too tight to buy.
Yeah, I think either. either way, here I would maybe go with a leprechaun, but with the caveat of being more fucking drunk than I've ever been in my life.
Doc says,
It'd be one of those. Sorry, it'd be one of those cases of, you get pissed down a pub last night, and you go back. You go back a couple of days later. That beer was good, loud and all, but it didn't have to make me ass sore in the morning.
Doc says, what does troll semen taste like? I'm guessing McDonald's Big Mac sauce.
Oh.
No.
He
Because
doesn't like this topic at all. You can tell.
Because that's probably made of the McDonald's hamburger sauce is quite possibly human jizz anyway. So
Is that officially everybody that's answered, and now Dave can answer the question?
No, you haven't answered yet, MathPig.
Dave.
I did. I said Amanda's taking my spot, and I'm hoping she's going to go with a leprechaun.
You have to answer now.
There you go. There's his answer. Dave.
That's my answer.
All right, B's going
Dave,
with leprechaun. Granny, what are you going for?
I already told you.
That's not an answer.
See that look?
I think either
No.
one of them would kill me.
The leprechaun's only small.
That's not what you said in your question.
I said it's bigger than you might expect. But it's still a leprechaun.
Just out of curiosity, Dave, seeing as you didn't write this question, can we also find out who wrote the question?
Oh, this is one of the Richard Herring ones.
Has the panel answered this now? Because we want to get
Yeah.
Dave's fucking answer now.
So next question.
Dave,
answer the fucking question. You are not. There's no fucking
Dave,
way.
answer the question, or all of us are gonna leave.
I'll tag team both of them.
Well, that's an interesting.
That's hardcore.
That's hardcore. Give it to
Dave
you.
has no boundaries.
Nope.
Right, next question. Question 971. How would you feel if the world was monochrome?
Yeah.
If you're used to it, you're used to it.
I don't know if I would
If
notice.
it was already monochrome, you wouldn't know what it was like if it wasn't. So
All right,
it
then.
wouldn't
Well,
matter to you.
slightly
would
change
just
it
be
then. So
regular.
how would you feel if the world went monochrome? That you had knowledge
Oh.
of living.
I wonder what the fuck's going on for quite a while, and then go, this is shit.
I think you'd adjust, but you'd kind of yearn for the old days. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Would you keep your wall that colour?
Well, what would it fucking matter?
Well, it would just be very dark.
Pot, get up and lay down now.
Would you paint it a lighter colour?
Why?
What do you mean, why? What? Because otherwise it'd just be a very dark grey.
But it's technically red. I mean,
Yeah, Dave, you haven't seen my other wall, right? That one's red.
Yeah.
One I'm pointing to over there is fucking grey.
So it'd just be all grey.
And my desk is fucking grey.
Yeah, they're light grey. That red would be really dark.
I would have never
Well,
taken
apparently,
someone with an
allegedly, there's
accent
50
wall.
shades.
Say again, Brian?
I said I never would have took Jeff for someone to have an accent wall in his room.
What?
People were surprises today.
Surprise.
What? I got what on my wall?
An accent wall. That's where you take one wall, it's a different color from all the rest of the walls in the room.
we
Yeah.
call that a feature wall.
Oh,
I literally, honestly, actually,
Picture
that's
wall.
true. Listen, that is the only wall that's red. Every other wall is grey.
Yeah.
Why is it red?
Easier to wipe clean.
Hide blood stains.
Because I was
Easier
tired
to
of
find the. Never mind.
I was tired of fucking blue wallpaper.
That does that. Okay. Ricardo, would you painting it another colour? Oh, no, that's my answer. Right. So Martin would go with colourless. He would feel colourless. I can't read it. Doc says, I guess I miss red. Unless the one colour was red, then I'd be fine. That's a good point. We're only saying it's monochrome. We haven't said that it's not that it's black and white.
I thought that was instantaneously different shades of gray from black down to white.
No, I think monochrome can be any colour.
Could be sepia.
I do think it would ruin the Toll Puddle Martyrs festival a little bit when we have to start singing. We'll keep the grey flag flying here.
Brian says, "What if colourblind people see the world as it really is?"
Go ahead.
I like that.
I was just about to say that colors are just perceptions.
Yeah.
How our brain perceives that
Yes.
shade or whatever. Anyway, that's why some people see colors differently than others. Some people think it's, lavender, and somebody else will say, no, it's like, I don't know, light purple, amethyst or something.
Yeah, to a bird, we see monochrome. They'd probably hate how we see. They see so many spectrums in insects too, but birds are the highest order that I can think of that sees more vibrant colors than we do. I wonder if they would call our vision monochrome. I imagine they probably would.
One of the birds of prey. I can't remember exactly which one, but people always make, they can pull they're so far up in the sky and they can see a mouse in the middle of a field. It's because whenever the mouse runs its piss and they can actually see that color and it's like a line sticking out, they see like a particular type of ultraviolet, and that's what. So it is jumping out at them. It's not that they are really good vision like us can pick out the mouse. It's because of their different.
No, it's one of those things about the design of the eye is one of those things. If anything, disproves frigging God.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do not have the best eye. The best eyes are out there that are way better than ours. On lots of different creatures in lots of different ways. Eyes. We have okay eyes, but Chad says it would be no different given our experience with the limited spectrum we have already. Neglects infrared and UV. We would just know a different world. It depends on if you knew what colour was a part. I find it really funny that we can see... Okay, there's a technical thing here. We can see some UV, but our lenses filter it out.
Yeah.
Get rid of that. You take the lens out. People that have had the lens removed can very often see certain other things that we can't outside of our range.
Different spectrums, yeah.
See, maybe...
Well, that's just like the sky being blue.
Yeah.
It's not really blue. No. That's how we perceive it. So.
Could we not just have see an infrared and we'd be trapped in that movie Predator forever?
Where you see just the heat signatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, someone else watched that movie, but
yeah,
it's been a long time. It's
a fantastic movie.
Fucking brilliant movie.
Right, Granny, how would your life be different?
I think it would be a little more depressing. I would definitely miss the color, once it was gone. But I think I'd adjust. I don't think it would be all that big a deal.
Well, if it could be any color, Dave, can't we just pick like a nice calm color, like blue is a calming color? Can't we just have everything different shades of blue?
Yes.
And that way people won't be so freaking angry all the time.
Is that what your idea was, B? I'm just looking. Everything in your video shots nearly a different shade of blue.
Apart from just this splash of orange.
Yes, actually, that is why I picked blue. You're absolutely correct.
Oh,
that is why I picked blue for most of my backgrounds and everything, because it is a calming color. That's why they have blue in doctors' offices and places like that, because they want everybody to feel calm and comfortable.
And that's why McDonald's and Burger King is fucking yellow, because it makes you think of food.
We can get
yellow makes you thirsty, red makes you hungry. That's correct.
And apparently it's because McDonald's is a secret communist plot, so that's why it uses red and yellow.
No.
I
literally spent millions of dollars on research on it, and it's a certain color of red and a certain color of yellow.
Yeah.
No, not if you.
They're very particular about that.
Not if you listen to K.W. Miller, who's running for Congress in Florida.
Of course.
I was told by an
Sorry.
advertising
Seriously.
prof decades ago that they picked those colors because people find them irritating, and they want people to eat quickly and get out so they have room for more people to come in.
That doesn't surprise me if that was true.
Well, my brother actually used to, at some point in his life, worked at a place that mixed paint for McDonald's, and it had to be so there was a very small variation of those shades,
Mm-hmm.
and it was because of it making you hungry and thirsty. So that's how I found out. I didn't know that until about 2 months ago when he told me.
Hmm.
I think I read it before, seen it somewhere on a documentary or something. Yeah.
They're very
Oh,
lying
yeah.
about it
Ketchup
constantly.
and French fries. That's what I thought the red and yellow symbol was.
But
Red salt and Woodford.
It's one of those things that always gets me when you talk about the different colours, is the fact that the baby's colour switched. Because a pinky red was seen as aggressive, and a blue was seen as serene. So girls got blue, boys got pinky red. And then over time they flip, so that now we have the gender roles that says that pink is female and blue is male.
Which is why I think it's so stupid, because it started out opposite anyways. Who decided this shit? Probably some manly
it's fashion.
Republican guy that molests children in his spare time. I don't know. Fuck those
Someone that
guys.
knew that we needed to calm the boys down.
How's that working out?
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's worked out well.
Oh,
Right.
you know what? I just realized that's why chicks dig me. The blue eyes, they look at me and they feel calm.
They feel calm.
That's what it is.
Blue eyes does not work for me.
You know, I think she
Nope.
feels lucky.
Maybe.
Then again,
Right.
no, I've never been that close on screen. People actually see my fucking eyes, so.
Yeah, I am disturbed, right? Because I have great eyes. Okay, but my green screen screws them up. It takes the color out of them.
What color are your eyes, Dave?
They vary between blue and green.
Oh, mine go blue gray. Mine go gray when it's
green brown.
Mine too.
It's odd. One of the things I was trying to fix the green screen so my eyes showed up, but it didn't work. Right,
MathPigs
anyway.
are just brown because he's full of shit.
Oh, come
Up to that
on.
high.
Love you, buddy.
So that's
Right.
what I like about you, B. You can't see a belt without wanting to hit beneath it.
Can't. What?
That's what I like about. I just know that's what I like about you, B. You can't see a belt without wanting to hit beneath it.
Exactly.
Last question, I think. Then we can go to sleep. Question.
Metaphorically and literally.
Yes.
Yes.
Question 972. Would you rather be able to produce venom in your teeth or web silk from your fingertips? With the note
web
added
silk.
on. And the note added on. And no, you will not be able to sling webs. It is so not produced anywhere near that fast.
Aww.
Well, that one should be obvious.
Should it?
You know, only because I've had to stop twice and go get more yarn. If I could shoot web silk from my fingertips, I would never have to go get more yarn. I could just keep crocheting forever.
Okay, that word shoot.
But you'd also have to have something in your fingertips to dye it, though, Granny. So it'd be the right color you
that's
want.
true.
I think he's not suggesting that you can have like the old Spider-Man thing here, is what he's saying. It would come out very slowly, sort of thing.
That's okay. I only need a little bit at a time.
Just a little bit like that comes out. Do a cut, then another little bit. And,
Yep.
What the hell?
I think it
You
would be
alive?
handy to have.
Oh Jesus! I thought
you
you were bored
okay?
of God.
Shouting at the dog. The dog is running around going mad, so I slap the seat. So now he listens to me and he's now quietly lying down in the seat.
Okay.
I was
good.
checking to see that Dave's ball hadn't burst again.
Yeah, I did too.
I should have done that, shouldn't I? When I heard it.
I think that having the web come out of your fingers would be handy because I like to do woodworking, and it would stop me from having to go get glue or a clamp. I could just put a little bit of web on it and stick it together temporarily until I screwed it together. So I think it'd be very handy for like crafting projects and stuff like that.
We don't know the strength of the web or the venom, though.
I'm gonna say, do you know? Yeah, I mean, is the web going to be strong enough to actually stick wood together, even on a temporary basis?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well,
it tends
you
to be
figure
sticky.
Yeah, if you compare like the size of a spider's butt and how sticky that is, if it comes off the end of your fingers, I would assume it would be
I've never
comparatively
I've
in
never put my-
size,
I've
and
got to
then
be
it
honest,
would
I've
be
never-
sticky enough.
Yeah, I never put my fingers that close enough to a spider's ass to really feel.
I find
Well,
that
we
what
have an
disturbs
expert here.
me. What disturbs me is that
Yeah,
spiders' silk is
I
not
think
as
we
strong
should
as we
do-
thought it was.
I think we should ask the entomologist in the room.
Yes.
I'm not an entomologist, but yeah, I've never anally probed a spider before, but
Good to hear.
different species of spiders can actually have pretty strong webs. Potentially, I mean, they've done some experimentation on adding tensile strength to synthetic materials based on the design of spider web. So technically, you could have some that's strong. I don't know about holding like using it as a glue, but definitely using it as a suspension cable. I think it's well within the realm of possibility. As for the venom, that's going to be subjective.
I just don't. Unless you eat live animals, I don't see where the venom would come in handy. Unless you
true.
wanted to, like, you were like a rapist and you want to knock your victim out, so you could do that or something.
What if
I
you
don't
wanted
see
to
how that would
protect
come in handy
yourself
if
from
you
a
were
rapist?
normal-minded person.
No, I mean, it could be a defense mechanism.
You bite someone that attacks you.
Yeah, just bite them.
How often do
Sink
you
your
need to do
fucking
that?
teeth in. Well, you don't need to do it that often. That's the whole thing. But it's you know. I mean, it would save like having to buy. I mean, well,
Mace.
we can't. Well, we can't even buy that shit in the UK anyway, because like like a lot of that stuff's illegal in the UK. But
You could synthesize your own venom and not necessarily have to bite people. You could have it.
You could synthesize your own threads. It's called
You
wool.
could. Yes.
I mean,
Neither of them.
the one thing I could do. I mean, obviously, we're going to assume if we can spin webs, it's going to be very large webs, right?
No, I know. It's okay. I never said you could spin webs. That's a skill. All I said is that the material comes out.
But let's just say hypothetically, we could technically spin a very large web from our fingers. I'd have some fucking fun torturing you, Dave.
Oh,
I already get tortured enough around here, right? This is one of those things,
And
right?
if you
that
come
all
down
you
and you
people,
swallow
all you
every
people,
time
no,
you
no,
have
no,
your
shut up! I want a bitch, right? All you people, all you short people, have no clue. If you are tall and you go out, right, all the spider webs, okay, that go across the road, right, are mostly they're got by different people occasionally.
Dave, I'm not that much shorter than you.
Right? When you're tall, you get them all because they've missed everyone else. So you are
Dave,
constantly walking into spiders' webs.
Dave, what the fuck do you think I do for a living? How many fucking doors do you think I walk up to?
How often do you walk through a spider's webs in your face?
Yeah, more than you might imagine. Between that and fucking very poorly placed hanging baskets, yeah.
I'll have you know, Dave, that my nephew is like 6'6" or 6'7".
He's got it worse.
So I don't
have
think you're
sympathy
that
for him.
tall. Yeah, he doesn't believe in ceiling fans because he's had one hit him in the head before.
Oh, I've had a ceiling fan hit me in the head. People put them far too low.
There's no ceiling fans in that man's house.
No. Spooky
You know
says,
what, though?
lies, BrainBug is the alien anal prober of the spider universe. Did you know? Go on, Jeff.
I will answer the question then. I weighed up the possibility. As much fun as I would have fucking winding you up with like spinning random webs around your house whenever you're out, or I'm going to go with the venom.
You're going to go with the venom. Why? Self-defense?
Just
You can bite dogs that attack you?
yeah. Certain people that piss me off.
They'll just find them dead with puncture wounds in them.
And they're gonna say, yeah, fat overweight guy with long hair bit me in with venom. Yeah, it's good luck in court.
Brian.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the web.
The web.
I can get a lot of use out of that.
MathPig.
Yeah, the web.
The web. You still going with the web, B? Granny?
Yep.
Very good.
Dave.
Right. I'll go with the web.
Dave.
Dave
Web.
went with the web.
Thank
Okay, fair enough. So if you guys all just spun one together, would that be a World Wide Web?
Yes.
Ha ha ha.
We covered the whole
Oh.
there. Right. On that note, I'm going to say thank you to B.
Sorry, Bionic Dance is rubbing off on me.
Yes. You've got frozen up. Thank you to Granny. Thank you to MathPig.
Bye bye. And again, just a wee shout out to Amanda. Lots of love from everyone here. And if
Yeah.
feel better.
Yeah.
Watch
Thank
my
you.
stream at 7:30 Central tonight.
I was going to get everyone to chill after.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you to Jeff. And thank you to Brian. Right, before we go, does anyone have anything to shill?
Granny, go on ahead.
And he.
Okay, yeah, I've got a stream tonight at 7:30. We're just gonna do political rants. Yeah, got the Rage and Ethan the Friendly Atheist and Chris, I think, is coming. Atheist Pastor Junk Shop's coming, and we're just gonna do political ranting.
You got a link to put in channel?
Fuck's sake.
I will get there late, Granny, but I will come and see you guys when I can.
Okay.
It sounds like it'll be fun.
Right, Robert says, in how many hours is that?
Let's see. What time is it now? It's
10
9.
hours.
10
Yeah,
hours.
10 hours.
Obscenely early in the morning. Or middle of the night, whichever way you call it. Anyone
Yes,
else got anything to shill?
This Thursday, we're going to try an open mic night. We've got Nakasuchi's coming in. We've got Spartan Theology coming in. I'm going to drag Dave in along with me. So that's 4 of us, leaving 2 slots open. I've no idea what we're going to talk about. It's
Tog
it
wants
should
to
be
come in.
fun.
I think Tog wants to come in.
Perfect. That'd be great. That'd be better. Yeah, more Christians, and yeah, that would definitely be fun. This Sunday coming, I've got Unholy Sarah, and as of last night, I booked Godless Engineer for the Sunday after. So
Awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
It's still happening for you.
should be fun. In all seriousness, Amanda did all the work. She knows him, and she's lying here dying and looking a little grey, and she's still helping people out. So
Well, that's kind of good though. If we got sort of contacts or whatever. We all help each other out like that though, so it's good.
yeah.
Yeah, it is good.
Anyone got anything else?
I'm gonna be with I guess talking with Andy Hall on Thursday evening.
Cool.
Time that is, just a second. He messaged me and I didn't write it down, so let's see. It is going to be
Oh, Andy Hall from the Damn Show.
yeah, he does that the best advice ever thing. So we'll be doing that, and I believe it's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday.
Cool. Sounds
In the
good.
middle of the
buddy.
night again.
Yeah, you won't be there.
No. I'm gonna miss it. Jeff.
Nothing scheduled on my channel this week at the moment. Probably will be doing an Asterisk stream with Hissy on Sunday. we've got to work out, because we've got one to finish off because of the issues we had with YouTube. So we've kind of got to work that out between us yet. So, but we'll get it done. It's just as some of you know, YouTube didn't like us on Sunday.
Yeah, we've been getting that.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't carry on. Right, B, you're just working like a dog, aren't you, for the next week?
Yeah, my next day's off like next Wednesday or something. So, and I'll be working a lot of nights. Today will be my only day, and I'm working a mid shift, and I'm having internet issues at night anyways. Too many people on at once. I can't do shit, so I can't even get on someone else's live and talk. So, yeah, I'm in the process of finding a new residence or a new spot to park my tiny home. So. Hopefully that will improve soon.
Excellent. Go steal someone else's Wi-Fi.
Yeah. No, I'm not stealing shit. Just the upload speed's so damn slow with two of them in the place next door sucking it all up watching Netflix. I can't do anything, honestly. That's what it is.
No, entirely. Right, on that note, we'll say thank you to everyone in the chat. You've all been crazy. We will see you tomorrow. Bye!
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.